Well, welcome back, everyone. Another exciting start to the week. Got to do some live trading in the active trader room today, and some in the morning with a little higher risk. A good chunk of it with the members in the afternoon, using the Champion Trend Pack and a combination of the sequence of signals to help me play on the long side. Was able to gross a little over $900, as you can see over here. And of course, these are all live trades, but again, no guarantee of future results from past performance, no indication of track record either. Trading is risky. Consult your registered financial representative before making any trading decisions. What I can tell you is when I follow the rules and the tools converge to give me a set of signals that are powerful, it makes it easier for me to make better decisions. Now, that tends to work out in terms of making money, but I cannot tell you that that's always the way it's going to be. Now, in today's trade, there was a market that was risk on that then dipped and set up for another bounce. So I'm going to give you the micro picture first, and then we can move into the macro picture. So you can see my dome ticking away live over here now as we move into the end of the future session. And you can see that there's a gross of about 937 and 50 pennies in profit. Now, if you look at the 1 hour chart that I'm highlighting right now, there's a lot going on the screen, but I want you to focus on that green opaque zone on the screen. So on the main chart, that green opaque zone really got installed last week. However, it was encumbered by this red zone over here, which was a champion trend sell zone. Now, the champion trend sell zone and the champion cross buy zone, they washed each other out with the buy zone winning, as you can see, at around 12 a.m. Eastern time in this day of trade. As we look to the signals moving us into the cash hours open, where I met with members of the active trader room, we had a fairly robust long side signal. However, we also had some signs of exhaustion, identified by the Spike 2.0 tool down over here. Another one of those Wealth Chart member exclusive tools alongside the Champion Cross, Champion Trend. And as you look at the Champion Cross and the Champion Trend Pack comes as well with the Wealth Signal, which I've just formatted here as a powder blue dot, the Range Breaker, and the Breakout Forecaster. Now, I've got a few other marketplace indicators layered on top as well to put the whole picture together. But if I take a quick look at where the buy zone from the Champion Trend Pack started, you can see that's at around 1 a.m. Eastern time. We left the sell zone. Champion Trend Buy Zone got installed. Champion Cross Zone was expanding. We got a Range Breaker, Wealth Signal. Now, this is all before we met in the morning as a group in the active trader room at BecomeABetterTrader.com. We then saw price action take a dip. The dip did not close the hourly bar below the Champion Cross Buy Zone. The next bar was also volatile. Now, following that, we started to see a push up off the zone itself. Now, that's where the magic of this toolkit comes together for me. When the hourly chart, which is something that lays down the tracks for a day trader for the next 3, potentially even 6 hours, if it's bouncing up off the Champion Cross Buy Zone through the speed lines, which are the magenta and blue lines you're seeing there, and we are seeing that push up happen underneath the 1 hour time frame with signal after signal after signal. So you can see that on the 5-minute chart. We got Wealth Signal, Range Breaker, Breakout Forecaster, got out of the Champion Trend Sell Zone on a 5-minute chart, and boom, right there around that 1:15 p.m. Eastern time marker, did some trading in front of members in the active trade room, as you can see over here on my dome. And of course, we then did see some follow through effectively from roughly that 1:15 p.m. marker at around 44.84 on the ESU contract. I'm going to be flipping to the Z contract tomorrow. You can see from 44.84 all the way up about 6 points, a pullback, a dip, another go again, And that go again, of course, took some time, materialized right near the end of the day, well, into about 3:30 p.m. And there was another opportunity for a push up off the zone with significance, breaking a negative momentum shift as well. Now, this was a depiction of the intraday and using the tools to benefit me, to help me make better decisions inside the day. If we zoom out and we take a look at a bigger picture time frame, like a daily chart, I'm going to take you over to another instance of my wealth charts over here. Let's go down right over here. And you probably saw this chart in the video over the weekend where I had that green zone, identified it as a support zone. This is the SPY, not the ES, on a same sort of idea here, just a different security, on a daily candlestick chart. Now, we've got lots of lines running through the screen here that can sometimes be confusing, but let me simplify for you. So you've got a uptrend channel that starts late December. We're still operating within it. We are underneath the center of it. It's a regression channel. Getting above the center is meaningful. You've got a whole bunch of horizontal lines running through the screen, pivot lines. And you've got this support zone, which effectively, Thursday, Friday, we held and started to bounce up off of. We followed through in that bounce in today's market. However, it was touch and go for a little bit, as you saw when I broke down the hourly time frame there. We had a dip mid-morning, and it was late morning, early afternoon that we turned around. And the green body on the candle grew. We ended up closing well above the center of the weekly pivot range, but we're still not in a spot where we've broken free. We know that the Bank of Japan and statements made by the Bank of Japan governor strengthen the yen, plans to potentially end or come close to ending the negative interest rate policy there. Well, the idea then is we started to see a stronger yen finally. That weakened the dollar, pushed up precious metals, and allowed a little bit of shoots to grow on equities. Of course, some China news in tow. Lots going on from the G20 over the past weekend. Where has it left me with my trading? I'm still focused short-term intraday with an open mind to the dollar remaining under a ceiling, allowing the primary market to try to continue to rise. As that rise plays out, I've got two different ways that I'm looking at trading. Number one, maintaining my intraday trading approach on the ES with the right signals at the right time, and keeping my mind open for precious metal longs, whether they be intraday or overnight in a couple of days. Mind you, on Wednesday, we get big inflation data from the U.S. Consumer Price Index, and then we get the Producer Price Index data on Thursday. These data points are pivotal to the market's direction into the end of this busy week of trade, and we are getting closer and closer to getting to the summit where I am going to have multiple touch points with you to help provide insights that build on top of what you're hearing right now and look forward, taking us from a day to a swing to a overall perspective on the market into the end of 2023 and how I plan on finishing 2023 strong with both day and swing trade ideas. Looking forward to seeing you at the summit. Join Ziad.com is where you need to go to get yourself all registered. Was just on the phone with Rob right before I got on here with you, and he is looking incredibly forward to all of the big, I can't say anymore, big announcements that we are going to be making as we move into the summit. Game-changing announcements that I am very, very much looking forward to sharing with you, as Rob is. And of course, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Incredible speakers curated by your feedback at the right time about a market that is in flux and moving at a speed that folks may not be used to, where tools and rules and having that steady hand can make all the difference. Go to joinziad.com. We'll see you at the summit and in videos just like these. Have an incredible rest of your day, and thanks for watching.